Hi friends, welcome to the Study of the Heart, the series of cardiology video clips. This is Dr. Jaitly. I'm going to be talking to you on this clip. What is a stress test? Well, a stress test is a test that's prescribed by your physician or your doctor to evaluate the heart function. Now remember, the heart is a circulating pump. Just to recall, it has 4 rooms or 4 chambers, and the booster chamber is the left ventricle. To refresh in your memory, the left ventricle is the booster chamber, which is sending blood up in the aorta every beat to supply the rest of the body with oxygen. But the heart has its own supply, and that's called the coronaries. These coronaries are running in this fashion. One is the right, the other is the left, and they supply the heart. So what have we learned so far? The heart supplies the body oxygen, but the heart has its own supply, and the heart supplies itself, right? So in order to assess how good this coronary supply or the oxygen supply to the heart is, your doctor will prescribe a stress test. What gives a clue to the doctor to advise that you should have a stress test could be any of the symptoms like chest pain, breathing difficulty, sometimes high-risk factors like if somebody is obese, somebody has high blood pressure, diabetes, smoker, or if somebody has high cholesterol, or if there is a family history of angina or heart attack or cardiac or heart condition, then the doctor will prescribe a stress test. Remember, this is a very basic schematic of the heart and the treadmill here. The individual gets to walk on the treadmill, holding this handle here. The speed is set by the doctor. Each stage is about 3 minutes. So every 3 minutes, the incline will go up, and so will the speed, till the person gets tired or till the doctor notices changes on the cardiogram or the EKG. The EKG is running on the computer. The doctor stands next to the patient. These are wires, you see, these fine little leads. These are the EKG wires connected to the person. So the person is actually walking, and the heart function is being evaluated while the patient is walking. In other words, one gets to do a plain EKG at a doctor's office when the person is laying on the table or on the examining table. But when you do a stress test, the person is walking on a treadmill. So what have we learned so far? The heart function can be assessed by letting the person walk on a treadmill, assess the EKG, check the blood pressure, see the response of the heart rate, and assess any symptoms like chest pain or breathing difficulty which the patient originally presented with. If any of those symptoms develop, and if there are any changes on the EKG that the doctor notices, or if the blood pressure response is abnormal, then the stress test is considered as positive. Further treatment and other diagnostic tests can be ordered by the physician following this test. So this test really, in a nutshell, evaluates the heart function while the patient is walking on a treadmill. The heart rate, blood pressure, and ECG response is continuously recorded. The endurance, whether the patient can participate in a physical activity like joining the gym or taking up a sport or a strenuous activity like running a marathon, etc., can be advised based after the stress test. A blood pressure response is evaluated, and most importantly, the oxygen supply, which is the coronaries, is being tested via this test. Hope you found this very interesting. Next time when you show up at the doctor's office and the doctor orders a stress test, you'll have a better idea what it is. Okay? Talk to you soon again and meet you in my next series. Goodbye.